guys, welcome back to the Community Cares Podcast. I'm Dave. I'm the Executive Director here at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet.
And I'm Chaplain Chaz Blackburn, and I have the honor of being the president of Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. And today, I always say we have a special guest, but we have a really, really interesting and just an amazing guest. We have our cliche saying, be the change you want to see in the world. And you guys are making a huge difference where you work. So why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and just kind of share what your role is, please?
Yeah, I'm Sabrina Sweet. I work for Washoe County, and I manage the operations of the CARES campus and the Our Place shelters here in town. So the CARES campus is a shelter for men and women, and Our Place is the women and family shelter here in our community. I manage the operations for both of those shelters.
That's awesome. And those are such critical things in our community,
Yep.
Especially our place. To be able to have a separate place for women and children, that I think that's incredible. So.
Yes, thank you so much for coming on the show and having this conversation with us. This is so much fun. I'm really looking forward to seeing where this potential conversation and partnership will go. And we've talked about it a little bit on the show already, some of the things we're doing with the CARES campus. But you guys are doing awesome work, and I'm really glad to be able to have this conversation with you.
Yeah. So we typically go through 3 local events. Today we have 4. I see there's going to be a 4th one.
I did 4, yeah.
That's exciting. And
right.
So the first one is Country Brunch.
Yeah, dude.
Why did I pick
that
this
one?
one?
That looks fun. Why did you pick that one?
Boot Scooting Good Times at Reno Public Market.
Over at RPM. Yeah, RPM's awesome.
Mike, the general manager, does a great job. And they give a lot back to nonprofits and allowing different events in their space. So great organization.
Why are there balloons by your head, Chaz?
Because we had the Circle Life Guest House Radiothon here on Thursday, which was a great success.
Oh, yeah.
And so thank you to the community for all you guys did to be able to pitch in, and so that we can continue to keep our doors open to serve those in need at end of life. Such a special project. Such
a great time. We had a great time. Lots of pictures, lots of things on the page. You can scroll through and check out what it was like. We had a lot of fun here.
Yeah.
And we're going to have Michelle on from the CEO of Circle of Life Hospice, and then the president of
Circle Life Hospice Foundation. That's
all right,
correct,
perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, see? Once in a while.
A mouthful.
Nice.
Once in a while, I know. But she'll be on in a couple weeks, and we're going to talk about the Radiothon and just our partnership, because they're you guys, them, all the different hats you wear, Chaz, is a micro closet partner. Micro closet throughout the community, as you guys know, is different partners that we have. We're able to distribute clothing to them, so then we're able to help as many people as possible, and that's because of you, the listener, the viewer. Without you, there is no Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. Our funding, our clothing, all comes from people just like you. I know it's the PBS viewers like you thing, but it's so true, though. I mean, Good Shepherd is a community effort. Without the community, there is no Good Shepherd.
Amen. Well, let's talk about this Bootin' Scootin' Good Times will be on March 2nd.
Chaz, do you line dance?
I've tried, but it's not very pretty. I'll be honest with you.
I love line dancing.
Do you?
Like to see that.
I do.
Have you been to the country canteen thing?
I have.
Because they're moving to Midtown, is what I hear.
I bet Sabrina does a lot better than me.
I did grow up line dancing, and I hate it. So I was forced to as a kid, because my mom loves it.
Oh.
So she was like, "You're doing line dancing lessons." I'm like, "All right, Mom," and I'm not great at it. I have joined in at like some weddings and some other stuff, doing electric slide and a few other dances I know. 2-step. Which one do you do?
To the right.
That's not line dancing.
I mean, it kind of counts. I'm not great, though, for the record.
No?
I'm not great.
The
no.
Cupid Shuffle. That's not line. I mean, it feels like a line dance, but it's not line dancing. Line dancing, specifically country, right?
Yeah.
They do it at the Reno Rodeo in the tents all the time.
Yeah.
My mom, we have to go to Reno Rodeo every year. She gets tickets for the whole family.
It's a lot of fun.
Did you know you can get your tickets from Great Basin and like other places like that? Great Basin Bank, United Federal Credit Union.
I didn't know that.
All the different banks. I didn't know you could buy your tickets there, but you can. they'll give you discounted rates and stuff. But good tip for you, the listener. The next event we're going to oh wait, let's finish talking about the country brunch.
12 to 3 p.m. on March 2nd.
March 2nd. So this Saturday, go and have some fun with your friends, and bring them in. It's cold out, but it's warming up a little bit. This last weekend was pretty nice, but it is cold out, so it's great to have some indoor fun things. I mean, there are so many fun local vendors at the Reno Public Market. I love all the food. I think I've said this before on the show, but we used to follow around the food truck, the churro food truck, that one that's in
Oh yeah, it's so good.
RPM. But they do like these crazy desserts, like with churros and ice cream.
Lily loves the Fruity Pebble churro. It's a lot of sugar.
Oh, I
Sounds
bet.
like it.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of sugar. But yeah, definitely go to RPM. Get ready to kick up your heels and dance the day away with free country dance lessons from the amazing DJ Jeremy McGugan and Sarah B. Dancing. Wow.
Be dancing. I
Those
like
are
that.
some
That's
names.
That's a good name.
Nice. That's from the website. So yeah, go check it out. Second event.
So we have these are all our events. It's kind of
I know.
crazy. Okay.
Well, we have to promote the Circle of Life and the Good Shepherd ones.
Yeah.
So come on.
So the Circle Life Guest House ribbon cutting, thank you to GM Mike. He donated Reno Public Market at no cost, and we're going to have the Reno Sparks Chamber of Commerce there.
That's
and
awesome.
Scott B says, "Hi, hello Sabrina."
Hey, Scott.
He's a good guy.
Yes, he is.
I was sad when he left, but we miss you. And so it's going to be on March 20th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Come get some food, some drinks. We're going to have lots of dignitaries from. That's one thing I love about this project is it's truly nonpartisan and everybody supports people dying with comfort and dignity. And so we're going to have actual ribbon cutting and show some videos of guests giving testimonies, family members. And so this is a great time to be able to come and learn about what we're actually doing to impact the community. And then you can get your tickets for the Circle Life Guest House Dignity Dinner, which will be April 11th, starting at 5:30, and the doors open at 6 p.m. at the
That's
Sparks
gonna be
Nugget.
so cool. I'm so excited about that
Are
event.
you going to dance at that one?
I will. I'm going to bring my wife. We're going to dance.
Awesome. I love it. We're going to have Annie Woods from Colo 8's going to be moderating. We're going to have some families speaking and giving testimony in a casual conversational style. And then we're going to be raffling a Harley away. You can buy tickets at colhospice.com.
That's going to be fun.
One ticket
That's really
is
cool.
$20, and you get 6 for $100. And it's a 1995 XL Roadster. It's less than 5,000 miles with aftermarket parts, and it's candy apple red.
I know my dad was asking for details. He was like, "What's
I know.
the Harley?"
He grilled me.
I know. I saw that. I'm like, I don't
Oh.
think Chaz knows, man.
Look, there's
I don't
Jose. Jose from Molina.
I've been on the show twice. Jose Gomez, the Dave Show. It's not the Dave Show. This is the Community Cares podcast. You should know that. You've been on the show twice.
He says, "I'm coming too." Awesome.
Oh, awesome. We'd love to have you there at that event. The second event we talked about, the house, COL guest house ribbon cutting, is a free event. So please bring your family, come on down. It's going to be awesome. A big event there. The third event we talked about, the COL guest house Dignity Dinner on April 11th. That is a paid event. It is a great event to go to and help support a great cause in the community.
And black tie optional, and just come dressed to impress. Have a good time.
Wow, I'm really excited for that one. And the fourth event we're going to highlight is the Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet Wine and Dine event. Why are you laughing? What's so
it's
funny
all
about
our
this?
events. Like it's just
We got vents going on, man. We're not sitting around.
Sabrina's like, this is just to promote their work.
It's great.
We normally talk about community events, but we have some big stuff coming up.
Right, and it's
so.
all local, I guess. Okay.
It's all local. The Wine and Dine event on May 15th from 5 to 8 p.m. at Engine 8 Winery. Tickets are going to be $88 for that event. It's a fundraiser very specifically for Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. We're going to be having some big announcements. Would love to have you there, Jose. You should come too. Oh, no, you said you're going to be gone that day. But It's going to be a great event. Tickets are very limited because of the space. Have you been to Ingenate Winery?
I have not. Where is that?
It's a great local winery off of Victorian, and they make the
Okay.
Sparks,
wine.
Nevada.
Yeah, in Sparks.
By the
And-
theater over there.
Yeah, by the
I
theater
have
over
been
there.
there, yes.
Yeah, it's my wife and I. We do a locals vlog where we go and review local places, and we did one there. And Wendy did an excellent job on her interview, and I'd highly recommend check out Ingenate Winery. Support local. It's small, local, and it's really good. That pizza, if you watch our vlog,
Oh, it's super good. Yeah.
the pizza, dude, it like drips off. I'm like, you know how this is how Nika said. She said it. If you like lift the pizza in a cartoon and it starts like just
That does look
melting.
the best. Yeah. Like the Goofy movie.
That's
You
how
remember
it was. That's exactly what she referenced. Yeah, the Goofy movie. It's so fun. It's so fun. Well, Jose, we'll miss you while you're in Nicaragua.
Nicaragua. All right.
Going on vacation.
Some good
There it
food.
is. But
guy.
but it's and if for those listeners, for those few thousand or whatever listeners that we have, thank you so much for listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and all the places you listen. And without you guys, there's no Good Shepherd's Closed Closet. There's no Community Cares podcast. So thank you guys for listening. And what we're doing is we're actually talking to the people who are live on Facebook. So you can always jump in live on Facebook. When we are live, it is at 5:45 p.m. on Facebook. You can find the link on our website, getclosed.org.
Awesome. And just a reminder, we do this for collaboration and to educate on different resources in the community. And it really does take the whole community. So when we talk about if you can't donate financially, donating time and helping to sort clothes, or just sharing these Facebook posts and driving awareness is critical. So thank you guys for all that you do out there. And with that, let's talk about our resource.
Our community resource this week is, Sabrina, you are, I guess, your own resource, aren't you?
I try very hard to be. It takes a whole community and a whole team of people, though, to run the shelters here in Washoe County.
It's not an easy thing, and you guys do so much. You're not just over CARES. You guys are also now working with Our Place, and you guys are over Our Place now, managing the operations there, right?
We are, yes. There's been a lot of change in Washoe County. I was talking about it earlier. Not super exciting for all of our listeners, but just organizationally within Washoe County, Housing and Homeless Services is the division that manages the CARES campus and has done that since fall of 21. And then we started working with the Our Place Women and Family Shelter in 2023. So just the last year and a half or so.
Well, that's a lot to do. That's a lot to take on. But you guys, the facility is beautiful. We were there today. Chaz and I were there today for a meeting, and being able to go and walk around. And Aaron over there works really hard. I do know that. Does a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Right-hand man, right?
Yes, there's a ton of staff. I wish I could name everybody.
That's awesome.
But yeah, we have a lot of county staff at the CARES campus and Our Place that do a ton of the work, not just behind the scenes running the operations, but all of our case managers, mental health counselors, and then same thing over at Our Place. And then all of our contracted operators. There's a ton of staff at CARES campus. I think it's 215 staff total for 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And then over at Our Place, about 100. And that includes all the contracted operators and county staff and everybody. So it's like their own little mini cities.
And I know there can be a lot of negative views out there. There's always going to be negative people. But I remember being at the old shelter off Record Street and volunteering time at the winter tent. And looking even with the CARES campus, I remember going when it first opened up in those that first year, there has been huge and tremendous improvements. Today I felt safe. The security checkpoints, you guys are doing a phenomenal job with that. It's clean for all the situations that you're dealing with. And I'm just super impressed. I think you've done a phenomenal job. And I thank you because this is a critical need for our community. And people have no concept what goes into it.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. It's huge.
It is
You
huge.
can't fix it all
my
and
goodness.
save everybody, but you can. You guys have some huge success stories.
We have really great success stories. I mean, the city constructed the CARES campus, the big shelter, in the middle of the pandemic, and they got it built very quickly and got a lot of people off the streets and did a fantastic job. And then they transferred all the services over to the county in fall of 21. But we have a ton of, I love that John is on there
John
saying,
Gissing.
Aaron and Jamie, yay. Yes.
Hey, John.
So, but it has changed dramatically at the CARES campus. It's pretty phenomenal. When I first started working there, even before I started working there and went on a tour, like we didn't have security set up. There weren't a lot of buildings. We were in just a lot of old property buildings.
Wow.
And the county really came together with the partnership with both the city of Sparks and Reno to develop what you guys saw today, and all those beautiful
huge.
buildings and
Oh my goodness.
just adequate space for everybody and dignified living space for all of the people that are sheltered over there. It's pretty phenomenal.
It really is a dignified space. Like, we were there today, seeing just the beautiful location you guys have worked so hard to make happen. So I want to say thank you for just doing that and being able to partner with Good Shepherd the ways you guys have. Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet is now, and which we have announced on this show, we are working with the CARES campus and what you guys are doing down there. We're going to be working on, I have an example, some of these go bags. If you're an audio listener, I'm sorry you don't get to see it. You can jump over to video. But we're working on these go bags where we're going to be able to help individuals. These are like emergency go bags with socks, underwear, maybe some very specific items. So if you're interested in supporting that and you want to help us with that, please contact us on getclothes.org. We need your help. We need your help to be able to make this work and to be able to help those people that need it most. So these go bags are going to have socks, underwear. What else do we want in them, Chaz?
Whatever
Sweats,
they need,
maybe.
right? But what I love about the CARES Campus project is it's really wraparound services. So things like collaborating with other organizations. You guys offer different mental health resources. They have case managers. We can't go into it because of HIPAA, but what I will say is I like to give credit where credit's due. And today, Circle of Life was able to actually admit the first hospice patient with our new MOU. And I want to give you guys credit for things like that because you guys are working extremely hard to partner with organizations to pprovide that dignity and hope and to be able to give them the best quality of life within the structure of what you guys are doing. And so you're really giving them what they need. And I thank you because we've been working on things like that for 6 months to a year.
Yeah,
It takes a long time.
It does take a long time. I mean, the go bags alone is one example of a partnership that is absolutely necessary. So, we're really glad that we connected with all of you. Good Shepherd's going to come down and bring some go bags. So for more emergent situations,
Yeah.
I mean, we work with, I think we have 42 or 43 community partnerships in place. So
Wow.
pretty much anybody that you can think of in town that would help wrap services around people that are unhoused are coming down to the CARES campus and over to our place to help provide support. So it's been pretty incredible.
Tell us
just
about the
walking through all
new
this.
resource center and what you guys offer in there because it is actually super. What?
It thinks we did down. What does that mean?
Oh.
Chaz, can you do
What?
the thumbs up? You're the one that makes that happen.
No. See it. There's fireworks.
There's
for-
fireworks.
Fireworks.
for the CARES campus.
I love it.
Scott said the county
awesome.
doesn't give themselves enough credit for creating the space for collaboration and partnerships. And
Yeah.
I agree. And just like the resource center, tell us about that. Like, what do you guys offer in there? Because it's truly beautiful.
Yeah, so the Resource Center opened December 1st of 23. I'm trying to remember all the dates here. It's kind of impossible.
won't hold you to
right? I know. Like, was
all
that
runs
24, 23? Oh my gosh, it does all run together with all the work. But we've been open a little over a year over there. That building just for people that have lived in the community for a long time, it's kind of fun if you look at it and see it now. It's this huge, beautiful building, and there's garage storage bays and the resource center where you walk in that main room. But that actually used to be an old RV garage storage bay. So like 27 giant RV garages, and it was refurbished into what you see today. But the resource center is truly intended to be a day use center for folks. So the contracted operator over there that's there 24 hours a day is Karma Box Project. You were talking about
That's
Grant
awesome.
Denner
Yeah,
earlier.
we've had him on.
So
He's
Been on the
over
show
there.
twice. Yep.
Yeah. And then Volunteers of America runs the overflow, the winter overflow. So during the day, we invite any community partners to come down there and provide resources to people that are unhoused. We also offer that over at our Welcome Center to people that are at the CARES campus, but the Resource Center really is truly intended to be a day use center. So people can come in and apply for different types of benefits. We just started a new partnership with Department of Welfare.
Awesome.
And so they're coming over to sign up people for food stamps and do all that kind of stuff. We're working with the DMV to get them down there.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
That's wonderful.
All the MCOs come to the campus
Well-
to sign people up. It's pretty incredible.
And many of those MCOs have been on the show. And so what I really want to talk about now is the person, because we forget about that. We forget. We get into all of these different things that we have to do, whether it's at Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet or at the CARES campus or our place. I know I do. I know I forget. Oh yeah, there's a human being that needs help, right? Because we get so focused on the day-to-day, and the listener here may be like, oh, these big organizations that are doing so many things in the community, what does it really matter, or do things do matter or they don't? But I know I tend to lose sight of that individual, and I think you guys are doing a good job of really trying to figure out how does that individual actually need the help, and that's why you have all those MOUs with different partners in the communities, because you guys are working really hard to try to help the person. Now, with that being said, I'd love to ask you, what's your heart?
Like, why are you involved, and why do you do what you do?
Right, because
It's not
that's
an
a lot.
easy thing.
I love it. I mean, my whole career, even going through interviews and stuff through my whole career, I relied on the why from Simon Sinek, right?
Yep.
Like, what's your why? And my why is that I want to help people. Pure and simple.
Crazy.
And, right.
Crazy thought.
I want to help people. Well, I realized at some point in my life that the more that I help people, the more that I give, the better I feel. You can call that selfish or not, but right? Like, I do it because it makes me feel good. And I think that's why most of our staff are there, no matter where they're coming from. Like, they want to give back, they want to help. A lot of our staff used to be unhoused, used to be homeless, and
Which is so incredible,
Yeah,
right?
it
Seeing that
is.
full circle.
yeah. But it's just incredible. I talk with my friends and family a lot about quality problems or first world problems. Like, when I go to work every day and see all of the folks that are unhoused and are not in the best point in their lives possibly, they're seeking help, they're asking for help, and they're making change in order to make their lives a little bit better. And it just makes me realize, like, my day-to-day problems are really not that big.
Yeah.
And I'd love to ask, if you can't, that's okay. You don't have to answer the question. But I'd love to ask, is there a specific story you wanted to share of someone that you've been able to help at the CARES campus?
Or generalized or...
Generalized. I know you can't use names or anything like that, but is there something you're allowed to share like that?
Yeah, I mean, we give tours. Obviously, we can't talk about specific names or anything like
Right,
that.
of
But
course.
I do like to share. You just see people from all different walks of life down at the shelters. There might be people who have been employed their entire lives, and then they lost all of their life savings or lost their house due to illness or something like that. And they come down and they end up working with our case management team and end up getting housed. And, one of my I have a couple favorite stories. I have so many stories.
I can imagine.
Yeah. But there was a couple that was down at the campus, and they had been unhoused. I think it was for close to 20 years or so. And they had just come to accept that they were never going to live in their own house, that they were just going to be homeless forever. And the day that they got housed and got an apartment, so many staff cried. It was just pretty incredible to see this transformation and help them see that they could get housed and that they could live, just that they didn't have to be on the streets forever. You know, it's pretty amazing to watch the lights kind of come on.
It really gives all the other people around them hope too.
It does.
It really does. I mean,
it does. And you were talking earlier about the dignity of the facility. When the county first started managing the CARES campus, the shelter itself is pretty huge. If you drive by the Spaghetti Bowl, you can see this giant kind of airplane hangar looking building.
It's so impressive.
Yeah.
It is so impressive. Like the size of what you guys are doing and helping the individual. Like how does that, I mean, that must be so hard. That must be such a challenge to be able to say, you know what, we have to take care of people, right? A large population of people in a lot of ways, but also take care of that individual human being. And you guys are working really hard to think about that individual human being, like partnering with Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet to get that emergency supply,
Right.
for that one human that needs that help, right? So, and that's not an easy thing to handle or manage. Christopher Dare jumped in and said, "Great job, Sabrina. Hello, how's it going? Chaz, you owe me a coffee."
yes, I do. I'm sorry. It's been such a crazy few weeks with the radiothon. I will reach out. I do owe you coffee.
Yeah, he was.
Saw you on TV today too, Christopher.
Yeah, he was on TV for the Veterans Memorial. That thing's crazy. I love that, what they're doing over there. But yeah, I think it is such a hard thing to do, and I think you guys are doing a great job in so many different ways. So I just want to say thank you, and thank you for being here and having this conversation with us. Is there anything people very specifically can do to help you guys?
Well, thank you for having me here. To echo that back, you know, I was joking earlier. I'm out of the spotlight a lot when it comes to the CARES campus. I was shocked
you showed up, to be honest with you. I'm very grateful.
I was very nervous.
Did great.
Anyhow,
Awesome. Thank
but
you.
yeah, I've been very much out of the spotlight. I mean, we just have such a great team of folks that are helping across the county and city and at all our community partners and everybody involved. But, you know, I would say, what do we need from the community is just offerings of help. You know, we do have all those partnerships in place with all the different community agencies, different government agencies, and everybody, you know, has staff and people helping on a daily basis, but we constantly are in the need of volunteers and then donations to our community agencies that we reach out to. You know, we work with you guys, Good Shepherd, on these go bags. We work with Katie Grace and Catholic Charities on clothing and things like that. We work with Catholic Charities, does food donations. They've been donating food to the shelters for several years now. So it's really just educating yourself on what is out there and how you can donate. And then, you know, on the tours that we give, I love having people down to the campus, and this is actually a great opportunity to talk about it. Chaz, you mentioned earlier that there's a lot of negative media out there. And, you know, what we really need from our community is support. There is some negative media out there. The county does a really great job of trying to get the accurate messages out there, but you know, there's a lot of people in really hard life situations down at the campuses, and we have staff that have been at the CARES campus with VOA, with Karma Box, with RISE, with the county, over at our place as well, and they work pretty hard jobs every day, day in and day out, you know, and they see people go through really hard life situations, whether it's untreated substance abuse, untreated mental health, untreated medical conditions.
That's
So,
hard.
yeah, what I like to say is, like, we need people's support in understanding how hard that is on the staff, you know, and keeping that positive message out there that we are trying our best every single day to make a difference in people's lives and help them get whatever they might need in their lives in order to be successful for themselves.
That specific items, right?
Yeah.
So, and that is not easy. That's not easy.
Yeah.
What you guys are doing is not easy as well.
And people don't realize when you get stuck in a hole, how hard it is to climb out of that hole.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I mean, like you were talking about the DMV coming down, and just something simple like getting a driver's license again, if
Right.
you don't have those resources, or an ID, it can be so incredibly difficult.
Yeah, it's huge. Thank you for having this conversation, and it is vital to have this in our community. What you guys are doing, and if you're watching this and you want to help support those community partners with the CARES campus, please do so. Please be a part of. Come on down here if you want to help stuff bags and be a part of getting these emergency bags to the people that need it most. Let us know. Reach out to us at getclothes.org. There's a form on there where you can fill out and volunteer and make this happen, because without you guys, we don't exist. Being able to help support the community doesn't exist. Without Catholic Charities, they're supporting the food on the CARES campus. Without you, a human being deciding, I'm going to sacrifice some time and help someone in need. And it doesn't happen.
What website can they go to learn about like public tours and to volunteer?
So for the tours, that's through the county. So they could go to the county Housing and Homeless Services site. I actually don't know it by heart. That's kind of funny. But if you just go to the right? If you just go to the Washoe County website and look up the Housing and Homeless Services, yeah, there's some links in there. And then there's also links in there to volunteer directly through the county. As you said, you could volunteer here to do go bags. You could volunteer through Katie Grace to do their closets. You could volunteer at Catholic Charities to help serve food. There are several different volunteer opportunities. And most recently, you know, Aaron is a great staff. We also have Jamie over there that John mentioned. They're constantly behind the scenes doing that. We also have full-time facilities staff at both of our locations. You know, they do not get enough credit for all the work that they do. It's pretty incredible. And there's just so many people constantly working. But Aaron recently set up a Super Bowl party at the CARES campus.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They had like 50 to 80 people watching the Super Bowl.
How cool.
We just, you know, if anybody out there has great ideas for fun events that we could do, we used to have a bingo night. We haven't done that for quite a while. So any fun events that somebody might have an idea, you can go on our website, click the I want to volunteer, and then help us get some people out there to run a fun event.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, Scott B said, the work that is done is incredible. Keep fighting the good fight, Sabrina. I am incredibly proud of you.
Jeez, you got like all these compliments today.
You got some fans. My goodness.
Thank you, Scott. Yes. Scott worked with us for quite a long time. I worked very closely with him and Penny Adams over there. All of the staff that I work with, you know, like I said, there's contracted operator staff out there at the CARES campus from Volunteers of America 24 hours a day. And they're the ones that are doing really hard work. They show up every single day, no matter how hard it is. And they just keep showing up. And then you mentioned earlier, Chaz, that we have mental health counselors. We've got case managers and mental health counselors, and those are the staff who are really creating those individualized plans. Dave, you were talking just about like each individual. They're the ones that are meeting with them every single, you know, on a weekly, bi-weekly basis, whatever it might be, to help, you know, if Sabrina walks in the door today, what does she need in order to get housed? Does she need an ID? Does she need Social Security card? Does she qualify for Social Security or Medicaid? Like, they're constantly problem solving and figuring out what they need to get them housed.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, again, I know I already said thank you, but thank you for being here. Thank you for having this conversation.
And I did want
Thank
to
you.
mention one more thing, because before I forget, do you guys still have the bed tracker online?
We do. For both CARES Campus and Our Place, there is a census on the county website. You can see how many beds are open each day. So over at the CARES Campus, typically we have, oh my gosh, that's so funny. I say the numbers all the time. I think I must be nervous on this podcast.
Oh, you're doing great.
We have 599 beds at the CARES Campus, 50 at our Safe Camp location, and then during the winter months, we have an additional 110 beds. And then over at Our Place, we have 182, including our 24 winter overflow beds. But
Beautiful.
Every single day you can go on there. And then if you do find somebody who needs a bed, you can refer them over to the CARES Campus and over to our resource center or welcome center. People can walk in, ask if there's a bed open, or you could just look online.
And I just want to say, last thing, I'll hand it over to you, Dave, because you're trying to wrap it up.
No, you're great. This is great.
I just think there's a lot of great things that are coming too. I was in a meeting with Commissioner Hill, or Alexis Hill, probably a month ago, and she's talking about the basically senior housing that's about to be open soon. And so that'll be, it's been on the news. It'll become more available with information soon. But there's also plans that they're talking about as a commission board that I've heard from multiple commissioners for even more senior housing or housing on the CARES Campus. So really is just something that we need to really come see it for yourself during those public tours and really understand the impact that it's having, and don't always listen to all the negative feedback. We can always improve in certain areas, but you really have to see it to understand it, and it's truly incredible. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Stay tuned. Definitely keep an eye on the website and follow Washoe County on Facebook, our Facebook, or any of our social media platforms, and of course our Community Cares podcasts.
Well, and that's what the show is all about, right? It's those positive community conversations.
Yeah.
That's why you're here. And thank you for being here. And we are all about having positive communications with the community. That's why we do this show. We're on episode 79 today, and we've had 79 different conversations with people every week to help other community partners, help people understand you're not in this alone. If you want to help people, you're not in this alone. We are trying to help people together. So
we've been doing this for 79 weeks, almost
I know.
straight.
Poor
Dave.
Chaz.
That's impressive. I'm gonna have to go back and watch some of those.
Yeah, jump
There's some
on
good
in.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny because the first time he talked to me about it, he's like, we should do a podcast. I'm like, okay, yeah, like maybe like once a month. He's like, how about every week? I was like, every week?
Hey, I'm like,
That's a lot.
That's the quickest way to get people talking.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, thank you for having me. I do really appreciate it and love sharing the message about all the positive things that we're doing in our community and being able to share it with partners like you.
yeah.
It's pretty
thank
exciting.
Well,
Thank you for the opportunity and honor.
if you'd like to donate and you'd like to learn more about Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, please visit getclothes.org. We always need
hearts.
your support.
There we go.
So we help.
Oh, that's so fun. I'm just going to have to do that.
I know. My fingers don't always do all the things that his do.
Like
I
this.
don't
There
understand.
you go. Yes, yes. You got it.
My hands
know.
aren't big
See?
enough, Chad. I don't know.
Oh, no. Like this. Let's see.
Right? Why?
together.
Where are the fireworks?
Closer together. Yeah, you did it.
Okay.
We help over 800 people a month, no matter what, because of you. We're asking you to come alongside and help one. All right. We'll see you next week, guys. Thank you so much. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.